in the bathroom taking a bath, and then these ideas keep popping on your head. Sometimes before I go back and want to write them, you've already forgotten.
And there wasn't the time my mom would call me crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But I think one of the reasons for that is we do not let our brains rest enough, because every time we are occupied, we are doing something. But the moment because if you're going to the bathroom, you are most likely not taking your phone there. You're most likely not going to talk to someone there. You are most likely not going to take your books or TV or whatever there.
Let me give you this. Your mark.
There was a time I told someone that I will find a blackboard and put it in my bathroom. When the ideas come, I just jot them down. But it's very important to give yourself a break.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's the only reason why you are thinking because that's the only time you're giving yourself a break. Yes.
So, poetry, you find writing more like a consoling?
Yeah.
Does it console your emotions?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
In what way?
In every other way. Because I've mentioned that I grew up introverted. Yes, I'm still trying to leave that cage. And I was an overthinker. Maybe I still am. And I was a perfectionist, and maybe I still am. So, putting all these things together, it's very, very difficult to actually put an idea out there to give someone your own thoughts. Because one, you are indulged in self-doubt. That is one part of it. Two is fear. Three, if you are a perfectionist, you're never satisfied with what you're doing. You're hardly satisfied. So this is why I try my best to not edit and re-edit my works. If I write a piece right now, I will not edit it. Once I'm done writing, I just share it. All my pieces are like that.
So more like you do not actually edit the piece.
I don't edit my pieces.
Wow.
Like going over, because whenever I come back to that piece, I have a different idea. I want to add something there, or I want to remove something there.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Yes, but I don't want to wait for that. Yes, so once I'm done writing a piece, I just share it. There was this time someone told me, I think it was the first time I told them that I don't edit my pieces, and it was like, what? Seriously?
Yeah, I'm really surprised.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm a perfectionist.
Writes and then later edits.
Yeah, I don't edit my poetry.
If you are a perfectionist, I expect you to edit your piece.
I'm trying to limit, because I know I am. I'm trying to leave that. Yes. So I'm constricting myself. Yes. So he told me that you should give it a shot, because if you are this good and you're not editing your pieces, what if you start editing them? I'm like, if I start editing them, I will not stop. Yeah. If I'm writing like stories or articles, I do edit them. Once I'm done writing, I go over them once and twice. But if it's poetry, I write it once, then read it, and I'm done. I'm sharing it.
So when writing it, taking a grammatical errors is part of editing.
Yes.
So do you do that?
Yeah, that's a part I just read it once. When I'm writing, if I write a line, I read it. I go to the next line. Sometimes I share a piece, and then someone is like, this is spelled wrongly, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Yes. I'm like, I'm human, so what do you expect? Everyone makes mistakes, but it's because I don't go over them again and again. Yeah.
I expect it to be true. I mean, I'm surprised.
Have you ever read my poems? No? Don't worry, just
but
go
then
to...
I think so. I've seen your poems in in one group. I think so, but that's a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. Just go to Google and type my name. You'll see some, or you go to social media.
Alright. So, what role does emotion play in you?
It's a very, very important role, I would say, because I said earlier that I let honesty guide me, and once that drives emotion, because you get the right of audience, people will actually resonate with you. And if you have a piece of emotion in every line, you're not actually overdoing things. It's like giving someone a spicy food and giving someone the actual pepper. If you give them the pepper, it's like you're overdoing it. You might hurt someone. But if you give them a spicy food, a spicy snack, they're like, what's going on here? You're driving something, and emotion drives thought. If I write something, you read it, it resonates with you, it means there is some part of emotion that is actually touching you. and that can drive thought. And once that drives thought, it can drive action. Yes, it might lead you to do something actually. Yeah. So emotion is actually very, and it's different from feelings. Yes, it's different. I don't write because I feel this way, but I write to make sure this emotion is in the piece for you to resonate with it. Yeah.
So you are an introvert, a perfectionist,
An overthinker.
okay, an overthinker.
Maybe I'm not anymore.
So yeah, no, obviously. I mean, overthinking isn't bad. It depends on the perspective that you take it.
Yeah, probably.
Whether you take it optimistically or pessimistically.
Mhm.
So being introvert, was it influenced by your society as a baby? You grew up that way, people noticed that in you,
Mhm.
and then
I think both. Yeah, because I can't remember when I can't pinpoint like back in my childhood where I'll tell you this is where my introversion started. I can't. So, and we grew up in a society where children are just children. It is fine in African tradition. It's fine in our culture. It's absolutely fine. You are just a child. You are just a child, and you either working or playing, and maybe you will not even have that enough time to play. It's either you are at school or you are at the dara or you are at the farms. Because my family, everyone there is a farm. So it's either you are at the farms or you are at the dara or you are at school. So the little time you have to play or to interact with other people inside the compound, probably you're already asleep. Yes, so this is not something that expands your environment. It is something that shrinks it. Yes.
it was more because time to
Yes, socialization was limited. It was, yeah, it was
were you
limited.
restricted or it is just you?
No, I was completely free. Yes, I was completely free. Though I had a strict father, a very, very strict one. You will not be going, you will not go anywhere. Yeah, you will not be roaming anywhere. But in the neighborhood, you're free in the neighborhood and in the compound. Yes.
So do you write with your readers in mind or do you write for yourself first? And I know you don't write for yourself.
No.
So you write with your readers.
Well, I have a different answer. I write for the truth. And once you write for the truth, that truth will lead you to find the right audience for you.
So you are unapologetic.
I'm unapologetic.
The truth.
Yes, I'm unapologetic. I write very, very raw. I don't like to hide anything. If I'm writing about atrocities, I make sure I write about atrocities. Unless the piece demands that I write it gently, like if you're writing a piece about mental health or about love, you cannot write with that fierce fire. Yeah, so whatever it demands, you give it that. Yes.
So I give it the same reaction that you receive from me.
Yeah.
So as a writer and a poet, what is your general view on the rise of AI in
Okay.
the creative world?
Mhm.
AI.
Yeah, AI. I expected this question actually. I get asked about this a lot. Yeah, well, my perspective is different from a lot of writers out there, especially the upcoming ones in the Gambia. People are taking AI like it's wealth, like it's just a heap of gold, and everyone is just called to come and collect their own. That's how we are using it for everything. And my perspective is AI is a tool. I don't actually use AI. I don't like using it because it makes you lazy, number one. Number two, if you misuse it, it makes you dumb. Because if you can write a poem today, a perfect poem, you write it. Maybe there is no perfect poem, but if you can write a very, very good poem right now, and you start using AI for a month, writing your pieces, if you put your phone away and you try to write a poem to replicate that one, trust me, you will not be able to do it. Because it's clouding your thoughts, it's clouding your thinking capabilities. People are using AI to replace their thinking. Yes.
And what AI is actually made by a
It-
human.
exactly,
So, and
exactly.
humans are way more intelligent
Yes,
than
yes,
AI.
yeah. So there was this day someone was like, "What do you prefer electric cars that is self-driving cars because they're driven by AI, or cars with drivers. I'm like, why will I prefer artificial intelligence than the very person that created artificial intelligence? So this is it. I will not tell anyone to stop, to not use AI, but I will tell you to be very cautious with it, to be very cautious with it. You might use it as a tool, because when I was in the university, you do a lot of research, you do a lot of other assignments. Sometimes you don't have the time to go out there. Exactly, they use AI. Yes, that is the most prominent one. So what you can do is, do not go to AI. Maybe if you have an assignment to, do something about this water, don't tell AI to create to do the research for you about this particular water. What you can do is, you can prompt AI that you are doing a particular research about it. Let AI help you with resources. Yes, because use it as a search engine, not as a thinker. If you use it as a search engine, it will give you links to resources that you did not think were in existence. So go to those links, go to those resources, tap out the things you need, and then develop yourself. Yes, that's what you should do.
Like, it is more like making a few lazy people. I know I'm lazy, but I'm lazy to that extent. So more like people are getting lazier and
lazier. Yes.
AI,
yes.
Using AI to do researches, doing assignments.
Yes.
I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So more like you see AI as a tool that empowers writers, or you see it as something that threatens originality?
It is threatening originality. Yes, because people misuse it. You might create something and tell people, this is why I created for, but you will not guarantee that they will use it for that particular purpose. AI is just a tool, but people are using it as a brain. Sometimes people send you their poems to edit for them, or to go through them, or to give them feedback. But even the titles are AI sometimes. Everything about the pieces, they're entirely written by AI. That is not something we should be encouraging. Do the actual writing and the actual thinking for yourself. If you want to, you can tell AI to help you with research or other things.
So how do you determine if someone actually sends you a piece to edit? How do you know that it's actually written by AI? Do you use an AI detector to do so?
No, I don't use AI detectors. I'm the AI detector myself.
Okay.
Yes, there's a difference between artificial intelligence and us. We are natural intelligence. Yes, as I want to call it. But AI can replace your writing, but it cannot replace your humanity. It cannot replace emotions. And there's a style that AI writes in, and there's a style that humans write in. If you can detect those, and I've done trainings on AI. So if you've gone through that, if you can detect those things, there's always a pattern. Yes, so once you detect those patterns, you know that this is actually not written by a human being. Yeah.
So what aspects of creativity I can never replace?
Yes, I've listed it, I think, already. Number one is emotion. Number two is humanity. Number three is the lived experiences. You living something and writing about it and telling AI to write about that experience will be completely different. Yes.
Because I realize that there are certain metaphors which humans can give.
Yeah. AI cannot.
And then there are certain metaphors AI uses.
Yes, humans don't use them. No, they don't. Yes.
Yeah. So let's go back to the book you are about to publish. I am very, very serious about it. Don't touch her.
Don't touch her.
Don't touch her.
Whatever you do, don't touch her.
It's all of you there. Don't touch her. I'm warning you.
Yeah.
No, let's say I'm on the S.
Yes, I'm warning them. Yeah.
Okay. So your upcoming novel, which is Don't Touch Her, I mean, it's powerful. It sounds very powerful.
Yeah.
So what message are you hoping readers take from that?
Well, a lot of messages. And in the opening of the book, I said the best gift we have from nature is family. That is number one, because it is the foundation of a functional society. If a society is functional, it means the family unit is actually functioning. If the society is crumbling, it means the family unit is actually crumbling. Yes, another quote I wrote there is, everyone has been a child. I think I've already said that. But our experiences are what shape us into the unique individuals we become. So lived experience is something that we cannot express fully. You can express it, but you cannot fully represent it in any art form. You living it and me explaining it is actually different. You biting, let's say, a spice here, a piece of paper, you biting it and telling me how it feels is different, right? Yes. So we have themes in the books that silence is never an option. It should not be an option. Yes, I'm someone who believes that silence is something that is very, very dangerous. It depends on how you define it, but silence in the face of atrocity is complicity. Silence in the face of atrocity is complicity. There are so much. There's so much going on in society. Most of these atrocities are actually happening not because people are not saying them, but because we actually silent when they're happening. If your neighbor's house is burning today, yeah, you see someone burning your neighbor's house. If you talk about it, someone else will talk about it, and that might drive change. That might drive action. But if you decide to keep quiet, someone else decide to keep quiet, do you think when the same person comes to your house and decide to burn it, do you think someone else will talk? Yes. So silence is a driver of societal ills most of the time.
But then, like in this generation, it's more like everyone had a mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Even,
Yes.
you know, in those days, when you have your neighbor's child, you can discipline them. But
Yeah.
then nowadays, had a mother.
Yes.
Because we give them-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, there's an African proverb that it takes a community to raise a child. That was the belief then. It should be that way. Because someone else's child should be your child. You should see them the same way. Because if that person is influenced with societal ills, if they are propagating it, it's very likely it will come to your child. I wrote this proverb. I said, what did I say again? I think I'm forgetting the proverb. What bites the sheep will eventually bite the goat. It's just a matter of time. Yes, it's just a matter of time. So if something is happening to your neighbor and you are like, come, like you say, it's none of my business. It should not actually be like that. It's on your neighbor. It's just a matter of time before it's come to you. Yes, the same thing will come and haunt you. So it should be a collective responsibility. It should not be just, it's none of my business. It's actually your business. It should be your business.
So
Yeah.
what's the metaphor behind "Don't Touch"?
Well, the title is from the book. It's from a phrase inside the book.
Inside.
Yes. So there's this point where the lead, the protagonist, the person's name is, I don't actually give the person a name, but a nickname. The person's name is Squire. So there's this time when Squire got a confrontation between the woman he loves. So inside the compound of the lady herself. So the lady's stepmom is against that. So Squire went there, and then he had a confrontation with them. So the stepmom's husband came out with a gun, cartouche, and threatened to shoot Squire. So Squire was already having a cutlass, so he grabbed the cutlass and was like,
Okay.
"Don't,
Okay.
yes, don't touch it. If you do, I will do this and do that and do that." Yeah. So it is at that apex of that conflict where I took the title from. Yes. So the book is a coming of age novel. Yes, and it has themes of tradition, love, romance, coming of age, a lot of them, and history and tradition and the African identity itself, and the way people grow up discovering themselves, and then the struggles they go through as they explore their lives.
So does it touch both parts of traditional age and modern age?
Yes, absolutely. Both. Everything is there. Yes, everything is there.
So, how different is the process of writing a novel compared to writing poetry?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me give an analogy. It's like buying a house and building a house from scratch. Buying a house here is the poem. It might not take that time because you already have the money. But writing the novel, you have to write it from point one to the end, and that might take time. It's like building the house, it might take time. Yes, so the reason I'm giving this analogy is a poem might be very short. It might not take the time it requires, and the editing and re editing and the proofreading that is required in writing a novel. And the emotional turmoil. Because if you're writing a very emotional novel, people talk about.
Poems could be even 3 lines.
Exactly. We have haiku that has just 3 lines,
Yeah.
757, 575 syllables.
Acrostic poetry depends on the
Exactly, the acrostic word.
Yeah,
Yes.
acrostic.
So that is it there. So if you're writing a very emotional novel, you might go through an emotional turmoil.
But then writing the sonnet is difficult.
Right? It is difficult.
Yeah.
But some poems are even more difficult to write. Because if you are giving a very wide theme to write just one poem, because some poems are very long, and some poems are very very deep. And I'm not someone who just writes plainly. That's not my style. I want you to think about what I'm writing. So that might take some people time.
Explains,
Yes, exactly. Written page poetry is like that. But novels are different. They are not that deep. You don't have to think about that. Everything is given to you plainly. You just have to go through it. Yes.
so more like novels, you don't have to use deep metaphors.
Well,
Like
yeah, they don't actually have to, but it depends on the author and the readers what they want. Yeah, what they resonate
so
with.
when writing novel, you do consider you.
Yes, you do consider them. Yeah.
So did any real life event inspire the story?
Don't touch that. Yes, yes. I said whatever I write, there's a piece of me in there. So not everything entirely is about me.
Did you write
But-
your love life?
No, not quite, not quite. Yes, but my relationship with my parents, with the society I grew up in, with my grandmother, with my, and the wisdom you gain from those people. Yes, most of them, not most of them, but some parts of them are inside the novel because they are inspired by true stories. Some stories in the book are not my lived stories; they are other people's lived stories, but others are my actual experiences growing up. Yeah.
So, as a Secretary General of Young Writers Association, the Gambia, how do you build the future of Gambia?
Well, I would say it's very, very bright. It's very, very bright. Gambians have started doing it. And I will take an example from myself. I'm not someone who learned literature anywhere. I went,
Now you are international.
yes, I'm an international published poet and author. So someone out there might be viewing me as maybe a role model or someone to look up to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yes. So
Whether you know it or not.
exactly. So what I'm saying is the future is if I can do it, what about other people? Especially those who are learning literature or those who have the experience or those who have what it takes. Because coming from there, and I only discovered writing in 2021. That's not a long time. So by 2023, I got published internationally already. My yes, the first poem I shared, the Tankatanga I told you about, it's the first poem I shared. It was the first poem I got published. So, and I had no experience in it. I was just writing. I did not know what is a poem, what you needed to write a poem. I was just writing. Yes. So but
how
gradually,
do you know that you actually wrote a poem when you did not actually know that?
well, I was like, everything you write is a poem. It just depends on how you define it. Yeah, that I was just bold enough to say that, but it was not actually true. Yes. So everyone might have a definition of something on their own. It doesn't mean whether it's true or not. Yes. So what I'll say is the future is very bright, and people are giving it a shot. Every now and then you see people writing every day. Every day you see people sharing like excellent works. Gambians are very very talented. The difference between us and let's say the Nigerians or other people out there is the exposure, that is one, and the opportunities they have that we don't, and the respect that people give to literature and reading. Yes, because if Gambians are writing and the audiences are not reading it, that is a problem. Yeah, so, but the future is bright. People are writing, and the more you write, the more you read, I believe. Because if you are not reading, where do you get your inspirations, and where do you even get the words from? Yeah. So the more we read, the more we write, the more we explore, and people, Gambians, are actually taking the mantle on themselves and be like, this is a responsibility upon me to write my stories, to write about me, to write about my identity, to write about the African identity for the Africans. Yes, it is very, very important. So the Gambians out there, keep on writing. You're doing the right things. If others can do it, Gambians can surely do it. And this brings me to this point. We just don't teach about the Gambian authors in the country, but we have excellent authors. Yes, and the first lady to ever publish a book internationally was a Gambian. Yes. So keep writing.
You made mention that you are interested into spoken word.
Yes.
Why?
Interesting. Interesting. Well, like I said, our culture of reading is still developing. It's not very, very encouraging. So, the fastest way to drive thought here is to speak to the people. And you cannot be giving them speeches every day. People actually listen to spoken word poetry than they read poetry. Yes. So, this, what I've discovered is I'm actually writing, I'm advocating, but not everyone reads the works. Yes, people listen to poetry like they listen to music. Spoken word poetry, spoken word artists like they listen to the music, then they actually read. Those of us who only write. Yes, and I've been experimenting and I've discovered that number one, I have the voice. Number two, I think I have the brain. And number three, the deliverance is a bit, let's say, I should develop on that, but yes.
Introverts.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a matter of giving it a shot and then actually driving change through your words. Because I've mentioned that Plato said, ban the poets from the Republic. It's not because of they were entertaining. It was because of the purpose and the truth and the honesty and the power that words have. Yes.
So, what challenges do young writers in the Gambia that you think that they are currently?
A lot of challenges. Number one is exposure. Yes, we, especially the education system, because everything is part of the education system, we focus mostly on the urban areas here. So there are people out there who, let's say, if I did not have the chance to come to the combos, will I be a writer? I would say no. So there are lots of people out there who are like me, who are growing up, but they are not exposed to those opportunities. And even those who are here, the opportunities are very, very limited. But opportunities are created. You don't hunt them, you create them. So Gambians should create opportunities for their own people, for their own writers. Yes, and exposure opportunities. Another one is mentorship. Yes, I've discovered that growing up, I did not have any mentor.
I was going to ask you.
Yes, I did not have any mentor.
Your role model.
Yeah, I did not have that. So, and there are other people out there who are going through the same thing. And sometimes
you do have someone you look up to.
Well, yeah, probably everyone has someone they look up to, but like in the writing industry, I can't tell you, I can't pinpoint someone. Well, I can't say right now. I can't say. I have a lot of people I look up to. I'm someone who finds solace in dead authors. Dead authors. Yes, people like Maya Angelou. She's a lady. She's a great poet. We have Langston Hughes. I know many people don't know him. Yes, we have Rumi. We have a lot of them. They are all dead poets, but they are great poets. So those are the people I was reading.
Maya Angelou and then Rumi.
Yeah, exactly. Those ones are the most famous ones. But I have other poets that inspire me a lot not because of just what they write but because of what they represented. Because Maya Angelou started writing in a very sensitive age. You know how black people are oppressed, the history of oppression. Langston Hughes, the same thing. So these people use their voice to advocate for something. So, and I'm someone who see myself in that circle. So if you read those people, you find yourself in their works. Yeah, so those things drive you to somewhere. Yeah.
So what role does community play in the proof of a writer?
What?
What role does community play?
Well, it's a very big role. It's very, very important. Our community shape us, whether we know it or not. They influence us. They give us a voice. Sometimes they take away our voices. So if you put all those things together, you realize it's something that is a part of us. You can remove yourself from the community, but you cannot remove the community from you. Everyone is going back to a community. Everyone belongs to a community.
They can take you out of Gambia. But
Exactly. They cannot take the Gambia out of me. Yes. So, and everyone belongs to a community, whether you know it or not, whether you're interacting with people or not. And if you interact with people, there's something you are learning or you are teaching. If you are not interacting with people, there's something you are missing. And writing is something that is very wide, and you can get inspiration from anywhere. Like right now, I can get inspiration from you and decide to write something. Yes, so, you can read, get inspirations, want to write. In your community, every day, especially in the Gambian community here, you will not look around and not have a topic to write about.
nowadays we have so many cases. It's very easy.
Exactly. You will not look around and not have something to write about. It just depends on you. If you want to write about entertainment, so be it. If you want to write with purpose, it's still your choice. Yeah.
So, what should readers expect from you next? Don't touch me.
Well, you can anticipate Don't Touch Me and a lot of works to come. Yes, because we have a long way to go. I'm just starting.
Okay, so where can people find your work? Just in case you.
Well, I'm on Instagram as The Fantasista. I'm on Facebook as Amore S. Diallo. I'm on TikTok, though I don't like the social media platforms, but you know,
But
we don't have
post your
exactly.
at least people should know you. That you are actually a writer.
Yes.
People follow you.
Yes, so they can find me on any of these social media handles. I'm also on X, formerly known as Twitter. Yeah.
So, what final message would you like to leave with young Gambian writers, especially of nowadays, whether anything, whether it's has to do with AI stuff or anything?
Well, the first thing I will say is find your purpose. There is purpose of life, and there is purpose in life. So find your purpose in life. And if you are a writer, be honest with your writing, be authentic with your writing, and don't fear judgment. Don't fear judgment. If you fear, you crush. Trust me, you will not go anywhere. You have to put the fear aside and then write. Do not fear criticism. It's part of the journey. Whatever you do in life, people must criticize you. If you're doing something and people are not criticizing you, just know that you are not doing the right thing. And this brings me to the next point, which is criticism and feedback. There's difference between criticism and feedback. So if you are a young writer, you're writing, these two will happen to you. If you share your works, most of the time, if someone criticizes your work, it's actually someone that is not doing better than you. Someone who is doing better than you will not criticize your work. They will give you feedback. They will give you tips on how to improve, on how to keep going. But the person you are doing better than, that person might criticize you, maybe out of jealousy or maybe out of self-doubt or whatever the reason might be. So identify the two. Do not fear criticism, but always accept feedback. Because if you're doing something and you are not getting feedback from people, you will not know how good you're doing or how bad you're doing. But if you are getting feedback, it becomes a benchmark for you. You know how well you are doing or how bad you are doing. Then you know which areas to improve on or which areas you should keep more on writing more on. Yes. Another point is read. I would say this 3 times. Read. You cannot be a writer. Yes, exactly. Ikra. You cannot be a writer if you are not a reader. I mean, where will you get the words from? Where will you get the words from? You need to be an avid reader to be a very, very good writer. And sometimes people ask me, what do I read? I tell them, read everything. Yes, read everything.
No, but then more like
Yes.
what you are more interested
Into,
in.
yes, yes, yes. But if you're developing your writing skills, you can read anything, because everything out there is already most of it, should I say, is already fit for consumption.
Yeah, and then I saw
Yeah.
in someone's status where the person said like most of the time people say that reading is boring. Perhaps because they read books which they do not actually resonate their
Yeah.
own life with. So perhaps reading certain books which resonate with your own life would actually find the book interesting.
Yeah, books of your interest.
Yeah.
Well, that is a good point. Another point is we have not developed the love for reading. Yes, you have to develop an interest for reading. Everything is attached to a purpose. Just take a purpose and put it there. Do it as if like your life depends on it. Eventually you will develop the love for it, and once you develop love for something, no one will stop you from doing it. Yes, you have to develop the love for it. Love is something created. You have to create it. You know you want something, but are you very ready to get what you want? That is the question. So if you want to be a writer, you are out there to get something. How ready are you to get those writing skills? Because you must pass through the bridge of reading. Yes, you must pass through it. If you want to somersault by using AI, you will crush. Yes, you will crush. Yeah, AI cannot replace our thinking capabilities.
Using AI is more like being a professional.
Yeah.
So it's more like telling you are not someone who has this constant doubt
Yeah.
of his or
Yeah.
her work
Yeah.
would be on
Yeah.
AI. So even if you have the
It's-
original piece, like you do not give it time. Most of the time people are in a rush
Yeah.
with their original work.
Yes.
Yeah. So they just a line, a single line would actually create an entire piece.
Yeah.
We do not just give it time. But then if we give it time, I believe we can do it even without.
With AI, we don't need it actually in writing. People have been writing for generations, for centuries. I can say all the knowledge we have right now in the world have been written by other people. Were those people using AI? The answer is no. And there's this thing that we don't know actually about AI. AI is trained on, it's just a series of algorithms, and AI is trained on knowledge. And that knowledge is already existing. So if you tell AI to write a poem about you, it will give you a full poem. But what you should know is that poem is not original. AI have taken something from an already existing knowledge. So that is a form of plagiarism, if I can say. Yes, it goes through the existing knowledge and takes from here, takes from here, takes from here, takes from here, and then put it together and then gives you a poem, and you're like, wow. My brother or my sister, it's not yours. You're claiming something that is not yours. Yes, it's not. And if you're using AI, you will never be confident in what you're doing. You will always be in self-doubt, because you actually know inside of you, you know that is not yours. That's not your work. You might be claiming it outside, but it's not yours. Inside, you will not be satisfied with yourself. Yeah.
Even if the world celebrates you.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a great writer, and you'll be like, yeah.
So I guess we are out of time. It was really great having you here. I've grasped so much from you as an undergraduate, more like you are my senior. So it was really great having you here. Then my name is Ajira Musise, the host for Kuompo TV, here at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. The team, the mindset. Have you give your last remarks?
Well, thank you, Ajiramu, for having me once again, and thank you to the entire Konko TV crew. It's been a great experience, honestly, and this is my first interview. I've not done this before. It's like I've been doing this ever since I was born. I mean, all grace and all thanks to the Almighty, and all thanks to Ajiramu and the entire crew. And I want to give thanks to the Young Writers Association of the Gambia, the executive. And I want to say to the young writers that put your self-doubt aside, put all those things, criticism and everything aside. Write and keep writing, read and keep writing, read and keep writing, keep improving on yourself, and be a learner and be a listener. and the sky will just be not the limit, but just the beginning for you. Yes, absolutely. So it's been a pleasure. My name is Ahmad S. Jallo, the current Secretary General of the Young Writers Association, and I'm an author, yes, a writer, and whatever you can put on me, and an advocate. So thank you. It's been a pleasure.
So guys, make sure to follow Ahmad wherever he goes. He has wisdom, he has knowledge. Yeah.
Thank you. And follow Congo TV on their social media platforms. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.